Hey guys, so this is going to be the video of the worst movies I saw in 2021, and just like the best movies I saw in 2021, they're going to only be the ones I saw, so even if they weren't released in 2021, I'm still going to include them. Um, so let's get started. Um, so number 10, Songbird, and it's essentially the movie with Archie Andrews, who in the middle of the pandemic, and everybody's being forced to stay in their homes, and those who aren't immune, can't had to, I don't know, fuck, oh god. It was kind of one of those movies that tried to, you know, profit off the panic that happened and all that, but being from the United States, our country is full of dumb shits, and so it was completely laughable. We got the fucking dude who went crazy and was killing people. Yeah, that was mostly boring, to be honest. But considering how it didn't really fill me with rage like some of these ones, I just put it at the bottom. Food Fight was number 9 because, despite the fact it's ugly as shit and it's insane, it was funny because it was insane. So yeah, there was Nazi allegories, of course, with food, so that was fun. But yeah, I still did. I just found it funny, to be honest, and that's why I kind of, once again, lower down the list. Some of these other ones, honestly, think that they should be lower, below Food Fight, because Food Fight still made me laugh more than some of these other ones. Like Shadow in the Cloud, that was the next one. Shadow in the Cloud, it was with Chloe Mendez, I can't remember her name, Kick-Ass, the girl from Kick-Ass, Hit Girl. That movie was kind of boring as hell, and honestly kind of infuriating, because there's only one female character, and the rest of the time she's on this plane and she's stuck in the cockpit, and we get this bunch of fucking dudes, some of them sexist as shit, just talking on the radio the entire time and cussing, and just to the point I just wanted to crash, so they shut the fuck up. So yeah, that movie was boring and just annoying to me. And then it involved like these bat creatures. It was kind of weird. I think I saw it on like Netflix. But and then Venom, Let There Be Carnage, another one that was just it's really boring for me. I mean, it felt like they kind of repeated some of the aspects of the first one, like with the relationship with Venom and Eddie. I mean, the whole romance between the two villains, honestly, felt was kind of forced, and I didn't really get much from it, so yeah. That was just more disappointment, really. Oh, then you get the kissing booth. My god. The guy's a dickhead, the girl's an idiot. The only saving aspect of this movie was Jessica Sutton. Honestly, I still am crushing over her because of Motherland Bart Salem. She's an absolute being in that movie, and so, I can't really dissociate that, character with her other roles, and so I find that the only reason I found this enjoyable was because of her. So yeah. And then the movie I got the most shit for, my reaction video, American Pie. So many people were pissed at me. Yes, I am a lesbian, and I said that right out so that people would know where I was coming from. Watching that I watched some of the scenes as a teenager, and it was not doing anything for me. And watching it as an adult, it still did not do anything for me. And honestly, I just want to kick a lot of these dudes in the nads, to be honest. So yeah, that is at number 5. So next one, I Care a Lot. Yes, it had two queer women in a relationship, but when both of them are absolute shit. I'm sorry, even if she's attractive, yes, the actress for Fran was incredibly hot, but if your character is absolute garbage and, is causing other people to suffer, innocent people, I can't help but want you to die. Just makes me want to go watch another movie where she isn't, evil, so that I can, really enjoy how hot she is. So that was I Care a Lot. That's pretty much it for me for that movie, because I just could not enjoy these two characters. I can't feel sympathy for them, and that was pretty much the entire movie. You're supposed to feel sympathy for them. I didn't. It just ruined the movie for me. Now we're getting to the next top three. Third one, War Room. I saw a lot of reviews for this, especially from like CinemaSnob. It was still shit. They got the dude who's fucking just he's not a good person. He's he's thinking of cheating on his wife. The only thing that stops him was food poisoning, which implied that God did that. So God would have, he would have cheated if not for God. And of course, he was treating his wife like shit. And then we get this old lady who was, just, oh my God. She was so fucking insufferable, to be honest. Continually interfering in this, couple relationship, telling the chick to say, hey, as long as you pray to God, pray, leave everything up to God. Which is kind of horrible advice, especially if you're in a bad relationship. Your husband's going to cheat on you. Don't do anything. Just pray to God. And of course, God does something. He gives her husband food poisoning, and I guess that finally wakes his ass up. But yeah, that was not a good movie. The acting was bad. The story was bad. The message was bad. So yeah. Second one, Unplanned. And that was actually in one of the beginning of the year's movie wrap up. So if you want to watch my review for that, it's kind of included with, a bunch of other movies I saw in that video. So, I'll just, put, it's in the playlist for the review, movie reviews if you want to go watch it. But that's the anti-abortion movie, and that fucking shit infuriated me. If I can remember correctly, this chick, I think it's twice, gets an abortion. The first time, I believe she was pressured by her, the dude that she got pregnant by. And the second one, I can't remember. I think she got a second one, at least. And I think she did it just because she wasn't, I don't know. I think she was just a college student and she wasn't ready, and so she got an abortion. And now she feels guilty for it. A lot of it felt like she felt guilty for it, and she, because of how her family would have reacted. They're uber religious, and so they, she's scared of telling her family because of how they'll treat her, and that's kind of feel like a lot stems, a lot of that just stemmed, her guilt stems from her family treating her like shit because she might have had an abortion. And it just pisses me off because of the way they paint it. They paint these, the doctors, they paint them as this, evil, cold, they're just there to rip the child out of your womb and shit like that. And it was just, because it literally, the shots with her in the abortion clinic, when she's going through it, were shot like a horror movie. There's a lot of fucking blood and gore. More than like, antlers. To be honest. So it was just a movie to scare, people into being pro-life. And they had like one scene where they tried to paint them as, actually I think there was one scene where they actually have we get these pro-choicers, and they kind of bring up good points, these pro-choicers. But then they completely brush over him, I think. I don't know. I haven't watched it since the beginning of last year, and I fucking hate that movie. So, I might be missing out a lot. But yeah, it was it was in bad faith, I guess you could say. They're purposely trying to spin it to make it seem like, well, you have to be fucking pro-life and all that bullshit. And, I can get into my whole spill about pro-life views, but, just go watch my review of it. I go more into it, so. And then number one, I was debating whether or not to put it in number one, and then I said, fuck it. It's the other movie that I got the most shit for when it comes to, the reaction, and that, of course, is the Suicide Squad. I fucking hate James Gunn, so that's it. It's pretty much his entire fucking personality is saturated in this movie, and yeah, I fucking hated it. I fucking hate that they turned Harley Quinn into this sex object. Her entire goddamn storyline was getting to fuck the main villain. She's either too stupid to fucking realize he's the main villain, or doesn't give a fuck, and yet we're supposed to, take this as this empowering moment with this fucking female character. I love that she was talking about this fucking anaconda dick and shit like that when he's fucking laying dying. So yeah. Pretty much shit and dick jokes and, gratuitous humor, gore, all that shit. And so, yeah, it was a terrible movie. You can go watch my review on that as well, so. Those are my worst movies of 2021. So if you want to yell at me, go ahead. Don't really care. I got to that point. But yeah, so yeah, that was my video of the worst movies I saw in 2021. So, yeah, so if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to get notifications for all the videos I'll be doing, and you guys have a nice night, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later, bye.